Yeah. Let me turn this off so y'all can really hear me. All right. I want to share some important information that I think that a lot of people tend to sleep on. All right. And it's really along the lines of like our zodiac sign. Now, I don't know about you, but for me, I didn't always grow up like, you know, believing in like horoscope. Um, Although when I did turn a teen, when I became a teen and I started DJing and playing music, all right, I call myself DJ Zodiac, and I feel that that's like real prophetic that I did that because even though at the time I really wasn't fully engaged with the fullness and the understanding, the overstanding, and understanding of what my Sagittarius sign meant. You know what I mean? I just kind of thought of like, oh, Zodiac, sound like an ill name. I wanted to give myself a name as a DJ, and that's the name that I chose. Um, but now as I think back, I'm like, wow, was it sort of like my subconscious part of me, my subconscious mind, my divine self, which is my, you know, subconscious part of me that knows everything? Was it really like trying to get my attention and like, yo, you need to really look into the zodiac situation, like, and figure out like what makes you tick, what are the qualities that you have as a Sagittarius that will help you succeed in life. That will that what signs, what people are you great with connecting with, as a zodiac sign, who will be a great lover for you or a great friend or a great business partner. Like these type of um understandings and overstandings of the sign would have helped me in my journey if I would have started early on to avoid certain obstacles, I feel. All right. And give me a clearer perspective and direction into the way I should be going as a Sagittarius. I mean, when we think of a Sagittarius, right? I don't know about y'all, but what's some first things that come to mind? Let's see if y'all on to Sagittarius. By the way, if you're watching right now, let me know what sign you are. I'm really curious. You know, who's watching right now? Any Pisces out there? Any Aquarius? Any Aries? You know what I mean? We in Aries season. Shout out to Aries. All right, I see you. And yeah, I'm wearing some of my crystal frames, Craig Allen frames, y'all, with the lapis lazuli. Woo! Opening up that psychic ability in a supreme way. Aries. Oh, why did I feel the Aries watching right now? Yo, hold up. Oh man. Yo, tell me these psychic frames, yo. These lapis lazuli kicking in right now. I mean you can't front. I called you out. Like who else we got out there? We got Aries. Aries in the building. Yo, Aries is a fire sign just like me. We real fiery, man. Like we get along. Let's just be. I'm gonna just put it like that. Like honestly, growing up, one of my cousins, Derek. Shout out to Derek. I don't know. He probably ain't watching right now, but me and him always was like on to something, man. If it wasn't like we riding our big wheels around the block with our sandwiches in the backpack, you know what I mean? Talking about we going on the trip. We caught ourselves running away from home or something crazy. We was riding our big wheels. You couldn't tell us we wasn't on a mission. For real. You know what I mean? So when I link up with Aries, man, we be doing some wild stuff. I ain't gonna lie. Word. Yeah, Aries, boy, we be fired up. Um, any what other signs we got out there? But yeah, just so y'all know, as a Sagittarius, I was asking earlier, do y'all could y'all drop some jewels on like what do y'all see in Sagittarius? Like what is some type of qualities y'all see in us? Like if you could put that out there before I drop the jewels on y'all. All right, nothing. Do, 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 do. I'll wait. Let's see what y'all come up with before I say something. Well, in the meantime, I'll pull out a few pieces that I've been working on. Give y'all some time to give me an answer. All right. And by the way, I came up with a word for Sagittarius. Is I coined a phrase. It's called Sagilicious. We so Sagilicious, I tell ya. The way you spell it is SAG. You can write this down. I don't mind. Look, I might make it into the next dictionary publication. I don't know. Sagilicious. Sagilicious. Or, but this is why we so sagilicious. Wow, y'all see that? I'm just saying, this is the type of things that make me so sagilicious. I mean, as Sagittarius, we do things big. Like we just real fly with it. You know what I mean? Very creative people, Sagittariuses, you know, we able to do things that kind of like in big ways. Like we get a lot of attention. When people see us, they really ever forget us and what we up to and what we about. Believe that. Like I've had so many people that hit me up on Instagram, Facebook about getting some of my jewelry, getting some of crystals, right? Or today, shout out to my bro Lucio for purchasing his Ankh. Okay, it wasn't this Ankh, but he purchased the Ankh. All right, people be checking out my pieces. They really they can't forget when they see my work. Literally, they come back weeks later, sometimes months later, be like, I was talking to you about getting some jewelry. I'm ready now. And that might be you watching. You might be like, look, I've been looking at some of your pieces. I'm ready now. Y'all see the Oregon. So one thing about Sagittarius is we're very creative. We do things in a big way. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm telling you, these frames, these crystal jewelry has been catching a lot of attention from a lot of people all over the world. Literally all over the world. I get orders. I'm always shipping at the post office. Okay, check these out. So sagilicious, undeniable. Wow, y'all see that? Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, so Sagittarius, we're fun people. Let's be real. We're very fun people. Like, if you're around us, believe me, you're in for an adventure. We're gonna make you laugh. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna take you on a trip. I mean, I'll tell you, I done took so many people on trips. You know what I mean? From working with a lot of young people, taking them camping, taking them to amusement parks, taking them to car shows, taking them to concerts, taking them to conferences. Like, I'm a traveler as a Sagittarius. We love to travel, right? Like the horse legs, right? We got the horse legs, right? Why? Because we half man and half amazing, or half woman and half amazing. So this right here, all right, is tiger's eye mixed with clear quartz. All right, these are real dope. These are real dope. And guess what? You could get them with. You could just throw it in the bag, drawstring bag. Shout out to my moms for hooking me up with these beautiful drawstring bags to protect your frames. All right, you could even use it to pack something else in it. You know what I mean? Throw whatever else in there. All right. As long as it doesn't damage your frame, something nice and soft and gentle. Or when you're not using it for your frames, hey, you can use it for something else. Okay. So I got different bags, all different colors. Uh, right. We got the leopard skin. I don't have the green one right now in front of me, but I have them in green. I have them in boho. All right. Let's see what's in this bag right here. Put back on my third eye frames. You could call them third eye frames because it opens up your third eye. So fly. Woo! Wee. So sagilicious. I tell you, this one right here is rose quartz with amethyst. Okay, and you got the quartz point right here over the third eye and over the left and the right eye. So you got three quartz points, clear quartz points, right? And they are sending a powerful, powerful energy throughout over the whole third eye region, throughout your crown chakra. All right. igniting love. You know what I'm saying? So if you gonna wear these, I'm telling you, love is coming your way. You're gonna show yourself love. You're gonna receive divine love. You're gonna be about love. You know what I mean? If you got these on. So when you're ready for some love in your life, you definitely need to get you a pair of these, right? Get you a pair of these rose quartz frames. Rose quartz is actually the number one of the top selling crystals in the world. Okay? So you get one yourself one of these, and guess what? You know what to do. You just throw it in the bag. Yeah, I love that song. It goes along with what I'm doing. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Blue's my color, by the way. All Sagittarius is out there. Our color is blue, particularly this type of blue. All right, I really love this type of blue right here. I'm not too much into light blue. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't do things light. I'm type heavy with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a heavy hitter. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Heavy hitter in the building. I got any other heavy hitters out there? All right. Holla at me. But yeah, those are some of the frames I'm doing. And like I said, a lot of times when people come across me, I stand out a lot. As Sagittarius, we definitely stand out in the crowd. I could be walking through a store, no lie. Any day I could walk into a store right now. It don't matter what type of store. It could be Target, Walmart, restaurant. Don't matter. I'm bound to get a compliment for these frames. Definitely. And occasionally I do get compliments for my jewelry. And when that happens, well, of course, when they ask me, yo, what's up with that? I don't go that. Those frames you got on, you know what I'm about to do? I'm like, what? I learned this from my pops, by the way. My pops used to go around selling jewelry when I was a young kid in California, and I was right there by him with him as a sidekick. All right, and I usually pull out my jewelry, like, oh, you like what I'm wearing? Well, guess what? You got one too. Boop, Punchinella in the shoe. All right, I'm glad I put this unk out, because it's so fly. Just to talk about this unk a bit. A lot of times you do see crystal unks. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of other people making crystal unks, but they're not making them like this. Why is that? Because this has orgone around it. Now, for anybody who knows what orgone is, all right, these pieces right here, you got that one with the triskelion, you got this oval egg shaped or organite piece combined with crystals, hematite, right? We got the amethyst here, amethyst. Then I put clear quartz right here to ignite the energy of the crystal, along with the magnetic hematite star, okay, and beads. Right here, we got clear quartz, because clear quartz is very highly programmable. So just to give y'all a demonstration of what you could do with these type of unks, they are very highly programmable. So guess how I attracted my true love into my life? I would do something like this with my unk. Baby, oh, I love them lips. Mm. And I visualized my true love coming into my life, and bow, she appeared. Can y'all imagine that? That a piece of jewelry, because it's more than just jewelry, y'all. It's actually an amulet. It's a form of protection. It's also programmable for manifestation. So you can literally talk to your uncle, hold it in your hand. Remember, quartz, clear quartz. What did I tell you? It's the most highly programmable crystal. So if you got something like this that's programmable, you could pretty much ask this to work with you and to manifest whatever it is that you want to bring into your life. Whether it's prosperity, whether it's love, whether it's peace, whether it's protection, whatever it is that you're looking for, what you need. I don't know. It's your life, not mine. You got to talk to your aunt and ask it what you looking for. You know what I'm saying? So all I can say is, for one, this is the first aunt that I made with orgone in it. The moment I did that, and I always put clear quartz in it as well, and a magnetic hematite, I realized one thing that was happening. This unk is alive. Y'all might be looking at it like, homie, you bugging, bro. I don't see it moving. Well, just because you don't see it moving with the naked eye doesn't mean it's not moving. Why? Because everything vibrates. All right. As we know, if we look up in the Kabbalion, right? All right, the book, it will actually tell you, all right, that all things vibrate. Everything vibrates. You're vibrating, I'm vibrating. The reason you watching me because you like my vibration. Most likely I like yours, and we'll usually, most likely we get along. That's why we connecting right now, right? So these crystals are vibrating, but they're vibrating at particular frequencies. Rose quartz vibrates with the vibration of love. So obviously, if I got three of them, boom, that's some strong vibration going on, and it's gonna draw love into my life. All right. So it was proper for me to be kissing on it. Baby, yeah, love you, as though I was kissing on my true love. And boop, she magically appeared one day, and we're currently together in love. So I'm giving you an example of how you could work with your own. Okay, and that's actually what my vision is for when I'm making them. So if I'm making them with that type of intention, you best to believe that they have the power to actually help you do just that. And that's to manifest whatever it is that you're working towards. Okay, now this one, because it has the amethyst, right? Crystals, you definitely could do some powerful work with this. Highly protective, because amethyst is a crystal for protection. Okay, and you definitely could attract some love because you got the rose quartz at the top. All right, and whatever you think about and whatever you program into this by talking to it, holding it with your left hand. Oh yeah, some of y'all may be asking, how do you program your ankh? Easy. Hold it in your left hand because that's the closest to your heart. Hold it at your heart and speak to it, and the ankh literally can hear you. These crystals are alive, y'all. They are not fake. They're not inorganic. They are organic, meaning they are alive. Alive organism. Organic stand for organism. Organisms are alive. It's not no inanimate object. Okay? Everything about this is alive. The copper, the hematite, the amethyst, the organ, the clear quartz. Oh, I got two pieces of amethyst here, by the way, at the bottom. I almost missed that. So you actually got four pieces of raw amethyst and a raw rose quartz wrapped with a thick piece of copper that's continually spiral around with many circles, all right, sending that powerful energy on a leather rope. So that's an example of what my ox look like. Now, back again to the whole thing about being Sagittarius. Like I said, we do things big, all right, and so when I make my pieces, actually visualizing something powerful happening. It's not just about fashion. This is not just about a design. This is actually about healing. This is actually about spirituality. Y'all see the bigness of that? Remember, Sagittarius, we work with the planet Jupiter. So if we're working with Jupiter, which is the biggest planet, by the way, then we definitely doing things big. We got to. Because that's how we operate. We don't do things on a small scale. All right. So whereas some people are creating things that's just for fashion, like a shirt, for example. It's just, fashionable. Also form protection from weather, things of that nature. But it doesn't go that much further than that. It's not necessarily for healing, right, per se. But the simple fact that when I make something, whether it be a bracelet, a ring, is beyond fashion or jewelry. It's actually an amulet for protection. Okay. And that goes way further than just looks. All right. So that's one thing I would say about Sagittarius that makes us so Sagilicious. Okay. Is that we are very vibrant in the things that we do. All right. Another thing about Sagittarius, we are what they call that sapiosexual kind of, meaning that we love to learn. about things, right? So when it comes to being in a relationship, you know what turns us on? Conversation. Having a very intellectual conversation really could turn a Sagittarius on. Because when it comes to being in a relationship with a Sagittarius, one thing you got to remember, it's not all about sex. Although we love to have sex, yes. And we do, I must say, a great job of it. All right. My babe, pretty much she testifies about that. You can ask her herself. All right. But besides that, one way that keeps a relationship together, because it's not just about sex that keeps a relationship going, but it must be a great conversation where the two minds are connecting on an intellectual level, on a, on an understanding level, on an overstanding level, like-mindedness. All right. The fact that me and my babe, we both are into crystals, and we love crystals and we understand the importance of them is actually something that has brought us together intimately in our relationship. So, uh, if you look into date a Sagittarius or you know a Sagittarius and you want to get their attention, I tell you, you better have a great conversation. Because if you shallow and you really don't have much to say, you're not gonna get our attention. We're gonna pretty much you're gonna bore us. You're gonna lose our attention, and you're most likely gonna lose our affection. All right, but we're always gonna love you. All right. So that's just one thing about us. All right. The other thing I don't think I mentioned it is that we love to travel. All right. So that's why a lot of times people they can't understand how the heck I'm from New York. I lived in. Let me just tell you some of the places I've lived. I lived in London. I lived in Wells, New Jersey. I lived in North Carolina. I lived in California. I lived in the Philippines. I even lived in Hawaii. And because my bloodline is from Jamaica, I lived in Jamaica, West Indies. Shout out to all my peoples from all those places. Shout out to all my people from New York, all my people. Oh, I even lived in Atlanta. I'll be forgetting places. Lived in Tennessee. Come on, y'all. I'll be forgetting, like, cause it's so many places. So that's the thing about Sagittarius is we actually are able to. We have a gift for live in different places and assimilate into those areas. All right. Because we just love to learn new things. We love to explore. We love to go places. All right. So that's one thing that keeps my life exciting, my life interesting. I'm never bored. I barely have a bored moment in my life, to be real with you. I'm always about something. I'm always about doing something, creating something. Craig the Creator, you know I'm always on blast, y'all. This is how I roll. Okay. So um, yeah, this is something that maybe a lot of people were not aware of. So I felt that, guess what? Let me let people know a little bit more about myself. All right. Why is it I do the things I do? Why am I so into crystals? Why? Because it's it's educating. It's you're learning new things. It's sort of like the ingredients inside of a cake or a meal, right? Each ingredient has a powerful way of contributing to what it is that you're eating. Okay, so you know, each of my crystals, you could think of them as ingredients, but each of these ingredients have a particular role and a particular purpose and that they play. For example, this lapis lazuli right here, okay, on my wrist, on my third eye, is for the throat chakra. So it's about helping me speak my truth. It gives me also a gift of communicating. That's why I have so much to say and I really run out of words. I don't even have a sheet of paper in front of me, as y'all can see. So therefore, there's something that must be happening right now to cause me to have so much to say. All right, and I ain't gonna lie, I attribute it to the lapis lazuli. All right, so if you ever going to go have a speech, you gotta speak in front of a bunch of people, or you gotta go have a difficult conversation with somebody, or you have difficulty communicating with somebody in your life, whether it's a friend, relative, coworker, whatever, cold marketing, whatever you're doing, try to have some lapis lazuli on you for real, and not just like sitting. somewhere over there across the room, but actually on your person, within the aura of your being. Okay? Because now you're able to easily absorb the energy of the crystal. One thing I don't understand about people is when they tell me, yeah, I like crystals, and I'm looking on them like, I don't see no evidence of it. Yeah, yeah, they're at home. I'm like, okay. That's like if you in love with somebody, would you leave them at home all the time? Yeah, I'm in love with who? I never see them with you. Nah, I left her at home. You left her at home? Yeah, she's sitting on the couch watching TV. Okay, well, don't seem like y'all got much of a relationship going on. And that's what it is with crystals. You kind of gotta be more intimately involved with them. Okay, have them on your person. Wear them around your neck. Wear them on your hands. Wear them on your wrist. Wear them over your eyes. All right. I even make hair clips. You could wear them that way. You could have it as a keychain. All right. So the more you have these crystals in your aura, in your presence, on your being, on your person, the more beneficial they're going to be to you, because now the crystal can absorb into your body. Your body can really resonate more easily with the power, the healing power, a protective power that comes from the crystal. Okay, so this is why I find many ways to help people to engage with them, whether it be a keychain, whether it be, let me show you these hair clips that I put on my hoodie. You could put these hair clips not only in your hair, but on your hoodie string, okay, on your locks. All right. Um, Back in the days, the kings, the queens, they wore breastplates with crystals. If you look at a lot of the ancient um, jewelry inside of the museums that the pharaohs and the kings and the queen, Queen Nefertiti, Queen Cleopatra, King Tut were wearing, you look inside their tombs, guess what you will find? Jewelry, necklaces, rings, bracelets, you name it, all made of crystals. And guess what was one of the biggest crystals you would see? Lapis lazuli. Lapis lazuli is a very royal crystal. Royal. It's for royalty. So if you consider yourself royalty, this is something that you should be having them on your person. Whether it be, you ain't gotta be all like me, because yeah, I just became a crystal fanatic. All right. And it all started with citrine, by the way. But you wanna wear these with you. And citrine was the first crystal I started with. The way it all started, I went to the um it was at the African Arts Festival in New York City about four years ago or so. I'm losing count. So I was at the festival. I went up to this guy's table. He had a citrine crystal laying on the table. It wasn't quite as beautiful as this one. I mean, it's wrapped as beautifully as this one. I would say he was pretty much an amateur in the way he wrapped his crystals, and that was okay because I appreciate him for the knowledge and the wisdom that he gave me concerning what crystals do for you. And what he taught me was that I said, well, what is this about? He said, now look, hold it in your left hand, hold it to your heart. Now read that book. He had a book on the table that said Crystal Affirmations. So you turn to the page, citrine, which is the citrine for prosperity, for power, for willpower, for confidence. And he said, now hold it. Now read the affirmation as you read it and speak into the crystal. That's how you program it and that's how you set your intentions for it. I'm like, what? So I'm like, with this citrine, I receive wealth, I receive abundance, I receive prosperity, I receive confidence, I receive creativity, I receive the energy and the willpower to accomplish my goals. Right? Paraphrasing, so to speak, right? So once he helped me comprehend that crystals was not just about wearing it, being flashy, but it's actually about you setting your intention for what it is that you want to manifest. That was it. I was sold, and I went from just having a citrine crystal to all these crystals. Literally, it just began to appear in my life, one by one, by one, by one, by one, building up overnight. All right, I became automatically from that point on. Look at me now. Look at me now. I'm talking crystals galore. All right, I take these with me everywhere I go. I pretty much make sales everywhere I go. People buying from me, and I serving them crystals on the silver platter. All right, and that's kind of like my story. Now, when my citrine fell apart, by the way, I had to go get it repaired. And by the way, if any of y'all buy a crystal from me, jewelry, anything, frames, if it falls apart, I guarantee for a lifetime I will fix it. All you got to do is ship it to me, pay the shipping, pay the return postage. As long as you send it with an envelope, that's for return postage. I will send it back to you, fixed, repaired, refurbished, in perfect condition. But y'all wouldn't really have to worry about that because my work stands the test of time. I wear my jewelry; it doesn't ever fall apart, you know, and I become very skilled at what I do. But this brother who I had actually bought my crystal from originally, it wasn't this one, it was another one. The way he wrapped it, it's kind of like he only had one piece of copper, or two or three, and he did his little whatever he could do, sat it on his table, like, you know what I mean, and sold it to me for about $25. My pendant fell apart. So what I did is I was in New York at the time. I went to this dude on 125th Street. I was like, yo, bro, um, my, 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 my crystal fell apart. The dude I bought it from, he didn't wrap it properly. Can you wrap it for me again? And he was like, sure. He only charged. He's like, I'll do it for $25. I was like, cool. So as he was wrapping it, right, I paid attention to all the tools he was pulling out and the way he started wrapping the crystal, you know, and how he was working his hands and what he was doing. And as I was watching the guy wrap my crystal, he was like checking me. I was like, yo, what's up, man? Why are you watching me? I'm like, well, I'm waiting for you to fix it. And I mean, I paid you to fix it. Why can't I watch you? He was like, nah. Stop watching me. Stop watching me. I don't like you watching me. Go down the block. Go down the block. He was real rude, to be honest with y'all. But I had to let him finish the job because he had already halfway started it. And by the time he told me to go down the block, which I literally had to go down the block because he didn't want me to watch what he was doing, I already learned how to wrap crystals from just that short period of time. And that's pretty much my story of how I got into wrapping crystals. All right. And so to this day, obviously I watch a lot of YouTube videos, things of that nature, and I'm always wrapping crystals. Almost every day I wrap a crystal, or two, or three, or four, or five. And then I started getting into orgone. So not do I only wrap crystals, but I wrap orgone. And I combined the two together and created things such as orgone unk, which I was showing you, right? And so that's kind of like my story in the way that, once again, at Sages, we love to learn. Remember, I said that. We love to learn. So if you bring something new to a Sag and you show me how I could wrap a crystal, guess what? Not only I'm gonna wrap a crystal, but I'm gonna start a whole crystal business. I'm gonna wrap it for others. I'm gonna combine different ways to incorporate other elements of creation, you know what I'm saying? Orgone, and make things like this, the octahedron, which is two pyramids, right? On top of each other, which represents the image of our soul. That's right. This is how me and you look in the spirit. We look like an octahedron, all right? And, you know, this carries a very powerful energy with it. And it's a one of a kind piece designed by yours truly, Craig the Creator. So you see how I went from this to this? And that's the typical way Sagittarius move. We do things big. When we get involved in something, we don't get into it just ankle deep. We diving all the way in. I'm talking head first. And we go into the bottom of the ocean floor. And we about to discover everything that's involved in the situation. We not stopping at surface value. Okay, so you bring a topic, you bring a situation, you bring an opportunity to a Sagittarius, believe me, whether it's business, whether it's a relationship, whether it's studying, whether it's new information, we want to know more than just surface value. Don't just think we're going to be satisfied with the headlines and we done. Nah, we want to know everything. All right, we want to know all the details. And by the way, y'all, my phone's about to die, so I got to sign out. Thank y'all for listening. Namaste. Peace and love to all the gods and goddesses on planet Kai. And remember, I'm Sagilicious. Peace. Craig the Creator signing out.